Hello, booktube. People do haul videos all the time, but I don't actually buy a lot of books. I get my books from the library like a pleb, because the library is right across the street from my house. And support your local libraries, they're fantastic. This is going to be a library book haul. What I tend to do is I go on like sprees, and I go through my Goodreads to read list, which is there's so many of them. 2,500, I think, is the official number on my to read list. I know I did the math once, and if I live to be 80 and I continue reading 150 books a year, there is literally not enough time in my lifetime on this earth for me to read all of the books I want to read. So occasionally I go onto the library website and I put not all 2,500, but I put a lot of books that my library has from my to read list. I put them on there. They say like, you are number 17 on 35 copies, and I'm like, oh, that's gonna be weeks, months from now. And then they all come in at the same time. I come out of the library with a stack. This is this month's stack. You can't see it, it's underneath here. Let's do the thing. I picked this book just because of the cover, because oh my gosh, it is a cheerleader, and she's got a bloody chainsaw. I don't know why I was trying to say electric axe, and like these fluffy boots, and she's covered in blood, and there's blood on it, and I'm just like, yes. The only problem is that library books are shiny. We're gonna talk about movies just for a second, because movie tastes tend to parallel book taste, but I love terrible teen movies that are aimed at teenage girls. And they're only terrible because they are so corny and so cheesy, and they know it, and they just run with it. Like, they are not ashamed of how cheesy they are, they just go for it. And there is a special place in my heart for campy, silly, cheesy nonsense on purpose. Please note, this does not apply to musicals. If you're gonna fucking sing in your movie, you are dead to me. So I got this, and I was so excited, and then I read the first like 10 pages, and I was so confused because there were like characters not explained. They were talking about a school trip. I was like, is this just like a flashback? What? And then I noticed it says L to Undead. You know why? Because it's a sequel. I probably wouldn't have picked up this one because of the cover. It doesn't look gross enough. And the back just is talking about like zombies, whereas the back of this one is talking about shoving a pole through a teenage girl zombie's skull so that it goes through her eye socket and out the back. And I'm like, yes, But I'm willing to read this one so I can get to this one, because yes, please. Speaking of teen girl books that I adore, Lacey Harrison is magical. I'm excited for this one. It's told in like little diary format, and every diary like has a different sort of look to it. Like they each have their own style. Here's another one. I'm excited. An Extraordinary Union by Alyssa Cole. I really don't like Civil War books. Like, it's such a hot mess. Like, it's not fun to read. I have heard amazing things about the sequel to this book, I believe. Or maybe it was just this book. Talking about shit I don't even know anything about. So I've heard good things about actually every book this woman has written. They're all romance novels, and a lot of them look really great. So I guess I decided to start here. It looks like she has other books that are about like princesses and stuff, so maybe I really should have started with those instead of jumping in with a genre I know that isn't my favorite. I don't make good choices. Autonomous by Big Sticker. Annalee Newitz. This was on my Goodreads to read list. I don't know why, but I can assure you it had something to do with the robot arm on the cover, because I love robots. Why am I talking about this? I like robots. There you go. Calling My Name by... what? Her last name is Tamani, I can tell you that. First name is Liara Tamani. Oh, that's gorgeous. I should clarify that I don't read blurbs because I don't trust marketing teams. They spoil things. So I don't know what this is about. A lot of people have been talking about it. Ooh, there's like roses and quotes. Cool. So, yeah, I'm excited. I'm pretty sure this was a webcomic at one point. I've read the first like chapter and a half of this on Tumblr, and I had actually been looking to read the book version, and I'm like, why isn't it on Amazon? And they're like, because we want you to support your local comic stores. And I'm like,
You want my anxious ass to go in person to a store whose employees are known historically to not treat people kindly who are
designated female at birth? No, there's no universe in which that's going to happen. Unless they have an online store and are willing to ship it to me, no. So I have been excited to read this. Whatever. Last but not least is a manga called I Hear the Sun Spot. I heard, get it? I Hear the Sun Spot. It has a disabled character in it. I have heard it praised often. Why did I think I was going to do this video whenever I'm basically like, here's a book, I don't know anything about it. Why am I like this?